Enrated actually setting up here for a pull through the river. Oh, not quite landing that one. That would have been an interesting start, to say the least, but they've managed to get in on towards Mighty. There's a route coming down. Lee Sin flying in first blood, so Starlass forced to flash over the wall. And there is the danger. Missed the pull, and he thought he was safe. He was wrong.
And that was an amazing combo. We saw Reckless actually put down that Caitlyn trap right as Mumu went in with the bandage toss, caught him with the second stun. And FNTIC, I mean, in their semifinals, they got first blood every single game. Obviously, they did lose that game _1, but still off to a great start. Soa's going to have that early kill in the lane, picking up that cloth armor award and an extra health pot. But we do see him actually heading... Well, I don't even know which lane they're going to, because they're all going down that mid lane, Joe.
I don't think they're finished with level 1 just yet. We're like not quite 130 into it, and they may even go for something else. I mean, Starlass, very low HP right from the very get-go. Looks like Olaf going to be starting off here on his Wraiths and then going down towards that red, and Mumu starting more standardly on the Wolves in towards the blue buff. And we are going to see that lane switch.
Yeah, so we're going to have Caitlyn and Blitzcrank against Kazakh's top lane, trying to shut down Reaper, which they did last game. They took away, his most played champions. They shut him down pretty much the entire game. However, he was obviously able to get the game. He meets Olaf. You can't really stop him too well, but we're going to see decided to start off as blue, and so as at that bottom lane, I mean, how do you think he's going to fare down here? Because Kog'Maw has some really good harass with his range, and so does Sona. He's going to have a tough time.
Yeah, I think so too, but we also saw that in the last games as well, when Soaz was in a 1v2 as Reaper is going to get pulled in here. Is he going to be in trouble from it? Still has his flash available, and in the end just runs those pots. And that's the thing, they've not quite got enough damage there. He knew that the trap was actually taken by Caitlyn at level 1, so there's no danger of that Piltover Peacemaker coming over to really shred him down. But still, Enrated starting out as meant to go on here. 1 for 1, actually, since he missed at level 1, but it didn't matter because the rest of his team hit their skill shots.
And one thing we were talking about before earlier with SK Telecom, they're running a DPS jungler, and with that, when they do lane swaps, for instance, if Horo goes top lane, they easily can get a kill here, and that's the problem. If you look at onto FNTIC's side, if he ganks bot lane, it can be very hard for them to pick up a kill. Soaz can only do so much damage, but still, we are going to see you and me just pretty much zoning him away. And we're going to see Soaz, eventually go into his own jungle, pick up his wolves over and over, because obviously he'll have to farm under this turret. But we do see Sided actually catching Horo there, and we'll be able to protect that lane. Trying to go for that, standard play of when it's, a 2v1 in top lane, you have the jungle come in, turn it into a 3v1 and pick up an early kill. Not going to land that pull, though.
Yeah, pull missed this time around, but you can see already they're trying to get that damage in on towards the tower, as we can probably expect from this situation. Horo is there though, but he's against 3, and with the pull, the knock-up, and Mumu going in, a trap then could get in position. Like, there's a lot of CC out of these 3 men in this top lane, so not something that they'll want to fight if they can avoid it. XPK actually playing very aggressive here in the middle on towards Mightily.
Yeah, he knows Olaf's in the top lane, so why not? I mean, he has that range advantage. He has great range with that grasping roots, and not to mention his Q. Why not take advantage of that? Force him to pop these health pots, which he's currently out of right now, as you see Soaz in the bottom lane, just trying to farm as much as possible. Currently sit on 8 CS, and look at that damage. I mean, that's just from Sona hitting with the Q, the auto attack, and Kog'Maw as well, and that's what I was talking about. He's in such a tough time down here. He's going to be forced out quite a bit. We just signed it, though, in the mid lane, waiting for gank here. Doesn't land that bandage toss, but still it did show his presence, and is going to make Miley, pretty much just sit under this tower. We do have Horo, though, coming around. Will be spotted by a ward.
Yeah, he's actually headed down towards this bottom lane. Looks like they want to get that whole 3-man gank on the bottom going on. So, as like I said, did have that ward there to give him the protection of knowing exactly if that 3-man gank was about to come collapsing in around him, and he will stay fine and dandy from that one. Top lane, Reaper actually ahead in the CS when you compare him over towards Soaz, 14 to 10. Grab not landing this time either from Enrated. Let's have a look at the tower damage here. That'd be Kazakhs. 1650 still left, as we are going to see FNTIC going in for the pressure. I'm just going to keep an eye on it in case something kind of changes around with this one. Reaper realizing, I think, well, my tower's starting to go low. I'm going to have to try and force them somehow away from this turret, because there's minion waves coming in. Reaper actually getting stunned there underneath the turret with the trap. Olaf coming in as well, but can they do anything with this one? Horo going to put in the ignite. Cyanide is actually waiting here at the side, so Horo may have a bit of a surprise if he decides to chase, which he doesn't. But again, FNTIC have 3 men up here. Zyra is coming up there as well, and they may just go for this dive. Nope, Zyra's headed off as well.
I should be able to secure this tower, though, which will be the first of the game. Give him a nice gold advantage because they're currently up 1,000 gold, which is nothing to laugh about when you're 5.5 minutes into the game. We do have Kazakhs, though, picking up that Doran's Blade and a ward and 3 health bots. And it wouldn't surprise me if
lose his tower, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually just headed down to that bottom lane, unless they do want to go for lane swap on the other side and send SOAS top. But then again, I mean, it's a Lee Sin versus Kazakhs. And I know Demon knows how hard it is to play against that. Because, you know, your ultimate's useless. The stealth does nothing.
If I remember rightly, we've seen the game where Reaper pretty much just let his tower go at level 1.
Yeah, that was in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
He was running Evelyn that game. He let his tower actually go. I think it was at bot lane, if I'm not mistaken. And then from that, he just roamed around quite a bit, pushed the lane out, and was able to actually turn the game completely around.
Well, let's see if he can do something like this one, because, I mean, that gold lead is not bad whatsoever for 6.5 minutes in. Obviously, that first blood helping out as well, going over on towards Lee Sin. And we can see there a lot of wards being picked up by FNTIC. A lot of wards at this stage of the game. So they obviously want to keep that vision high. May indicate a play plan somewhere in the near future. But I think Reckless and N-Rated quite happy to just do as much damage to this turret as they can. Finally, you and me and Starlass are going to come down here, though, and we should get into a bit more of a normality.
Yeah, we do have... And I really want to pinch this top lane to see how SOAS does against Reaper, and I'm sure Demon would be happy to see that as well. But we do see, in the meantime, Horo coming down the bot lane, trying to potentially go for a kill. He does have that Ghost available. Obviously, no ultimate just yet. It's still a FNTIC. Their AD carry support doing very well. They're pushing really hard. They do... Wow. That looks so close on my screen. And you got away there pretty luckily.
Yeah, you don't want to get pulled out, that's for sure. Especially, you know, against that Caitlyn, who's going to pretty much destroy you if you get a trap underneath you in time with that knock-up coming down as well. So this lane, I mean, the CS between them 59 to 54. Cogmore does have the advantage on the farm front. In the top lane, they are now bang even. That's both with the Doran's Blade. Ninja Tabby finished, though, on SOAS. And we can see he's the one with the least health of it right now. I'm just waiting for this Sona to hit level 6. That's when they can really start to get things involved. Obviously, having that big crescendo coming out.
Hey, Pink's actually coming down on that mid turret. You might even see a 4-man push there. They don't have a pink ward on them, but actually it looks like they are going to go for it, knowing that Diana and Olaf are both doing their blue. We even see SOAS coming down from that top lane to mid. And that's great map awareness. That was a great play.
Yeah, that's what happens when you got plenty of vision, which FNTIC certainly had, dumping a good few of those wards out already. And that will be a 2,400 gold lead for FNTIC, building up nicely for them. Good start to this one. As I said, in the after the first game, they had to keep their spirits high. It's a best of 3, so even losing one game, you're certainly not out, as they proved earlier on in the day against CJ Entus already. Yeah, they definitely did that once today, and I was honestly a little bit surprised there because they really got stopped in game 1, but showing how great of a team they are, like you're just mentioning, you know, they got their composure back. We see in the mid lane, Miley is level 7, so he should be really aggressive here. We do have Sanagi taking his own red, has 1 GP10 now, and Zara building that Fiendish Codex, going to be going to the Athenes and Holy Grail eventually, which, not a bad item. I mean, you have to survive Miley's damage. Yeah, which is, and as you see right there, how easy whatsoever, as PK actually does land the root, but it's going to be ignited here. One more tick, there it is. Mightily gets the kill, and that's Diana for you. Unfortunately, that is Diana at this patch. Oh, top lane is very, very strong, and so as here in on towards Reaper is going to manage to kick him up. Reaper will jump away, and from that won't go down. Surprised to have not really seen Horo in there as much as we have. As Reaper is going to get pushed down once again. The Ignite is running, and SOAS is going to have to back away because Horo is coming in. There is a reckless swing. And he just about got away from that one. Flash used as well out of SOAS to stay safe. Wisely as well, because Mightily was on his way up. Yeah, great play by him actually there to know. I mean, if you looked at his abilities, he actually waited to see the flash. Pull not landing again. I think we've seen 1 pull land this game so far for N-Rated, unfortunately for him. And that's the thing about Blitzcrank, though. You only need 1. That's true. That's definitely true. And as the game progresses, obviously becomes more and more stronger. But still, I mean, we have Boots ability done on Mumu at the moment. We have that Chalice finally built up. Gonna need that magic resist. I mean, Diana. You just say the name and everyone knows how you feel about that. We do have Senate coming down, though. We'll be spotted by a ward. A little bit surprised to not see, you know what, a little bit of an early Oracle, especially with all the vision they're trying to put down with the amount of wards they went for. But we do have SOAS going for that Brutalizer. FNTIC, I mean, they're trying to make a play on the spot turret, which down to half health already. Nothing
not too bad for them. They already got that top turret. And it's Reckless. I mean, he's farming decently well, but he's keeping a lot of pressure on this Cogwell, really forcing him to farm under his turret. But mightily coming in.
Oh, actually going to get the pull down there. There comes the crescendo, cleansed away by Reckless. And there you see Cleanse. Like, he's just saved his life there. I mean, Diana was going to get on top of him. He probably would have died from that one. So, just paying its dividends already, that Cleanse for Reckless.
We do have Heart of Gold done on Horo. And he's actually one of the few Olaf jungles in Season 2. I mean, Nintendo Dex is the only other guy that comes into mind from the North America team. Not sure which team he's on anymore, but he does expect forcing that ultimate out of him just to, you know, protect himself. The Zyra pick not working too well for them just so far.
You see there in the top lane once again, Reaper being harassed a lot by Soaz. Zamu is now in this bottom lane as well, so I've got to keep an eye on that one. They just put a ward down in that tri-bush. Actually, Horo's going to be spotted since he did come up through that riverside. So let's watch bottom lane then. There is that one ward down, which Enrated should know about. They put it down right in front of his nose. So
yeah, actually
it's about if they get a grab here.
Yeah, they pinged a little bit, but still in the meantime, Soaz in the top lane got forced out because of Horo coming into lane, because of mightily missing as he went around trying to look for red. And we might have just 3-man push on the spot lane, though the minion's very low. They shouldn't be able to take this tower. And in fact, they're taking a lot of damage as they're retreating.
Yeah, you and me doing a really fantastic job there. Just spamming out his auto attacks as much as he can. There's the second turret of the game going down in favor of SK Telecom in the top lane, which will bring us back to 16,000 to 14.3 Fnatic's advantage. See how well you and me can last hit underneath this tower then.
I was just watching to see if he hits them all.
Oh, meanwhile, we have got Diana once again going in on towards XPK, and you're not getting away from that one either. And that's the danger.
That's Diana, Joe.
Yeah, I still think that Diana is worthy of a ban every time on this patch.
Yeah, I mean, she's just so strong. She obviously got nerfed for Season 3 like we were talking about, but still.
Oh.
I think that actually might be bad for Sunny, but Jeff Soaz, though, wait on the side.
Oh, Reaper getting totally baited into this one, but Diana is there mightily. Actually will have to flash away. There goes Ignite down onto mightily. Can he survive it? He's got the pot running, but he will go down. There's a grab onto Horo, who instantly pops his ultimate, and will run straight off with that one. And his Ghost, in fact, used there as well. So, pretty crazy stuff around this middle tower. That leaves us, again, tied on the kills at 2-2. Let's have a look where they are. Both on Lee Sin for Fnatic, both on Diana for SK Telecom. And for me, that's going to be favouring as the game goes on. You know, if you think about the game as an entirety, I'd say that Diana having the 2 kills is definitely the better situation to be in.
Yeah, completely. Not to mention, they shut down Zyra in the mid lane, which is a real huge factor in their damage that they're really going to need. And they'll mix in with the Moon Ultimate. It can be very hard to miss your own. You see in the bot lane, we do see you and me picking up his own red here, and should be able to push Reckless back if he needs to. He'll have more range with that W, and with the red buff obviously getting that slow, but still, so expected trying to come down towards that bot lane. Not going to be too successful. And we do see blue being donated over towards Miley, but yeah, Diana, I mean, once she hits level 7, can take on pretty much any AP mid and just destroy them, as we've been seeing this entire game. Athene's and Holy Grail done for Zyra, though, and we get that extra magic resist and the cooldown, but we also have the Brutalizer done for Soaz. And he was already doing quite a bit of damage at the moment, but with that, he might even be able to jump on top of you and me and kill him just straight up at this point.
So, Dragon is up. Fnatic obviously did take the first one. And, well, they've got no timer here of SK Telecom, so Fnatic going to be taking that one away as well. And that will bring their gold lead
here
to
goes a beat boop, Joe.
3,000. Yeah. Enrated is basically going to be the bait here, as Diana could be in a lot of trouble. Zyra ultimate is going to go down. Mightily is popped from that one. And Reaper here also as just waiting to land that Q. Altun did manage to land the Q, but here comes Cogmore from the back, and we are seeing Enrated going very, very low. Can they finish off the kills? There's a great crescendo again. In comes Reaper from the top side. It's a double kill for Sona of all things. Reaper going a little bit too aggressive there, will go down. And can you believe it? A double kill for Sona.
Supports this entire tournament been doing so well, Joe. We actually saw a couple of games ago, an AD carry was pretty much support that one. Oh my gosh. That was a great crescendo, though, coming out of Sona.
Yeah,
and their entire team reacted. I mean, you saw that. Once that crescendo went down, you saw them all jump on the enemy team and take them down one by one. And now You know, Kog'Maw, he's able to push his turret here a little bit. I don't think they're actually going to take it down just yet. As expected with those plants to be able to keep minions off, but now they're zoning him quite a bit. Horo taking some damage. Oh, wow. That was really close.
Good flash, though, away to avoid that SOAS Q. And that will leave us, again, surprisingly enough, tied up at kills. 2 for Diana, 2 for Sona, the champ, and 4 on Lee Sin. So the spread not really coming down as either team would have probably wanted it, but at the end of the day, they are still kills.
Yep. And those 2 dragons, I mean, if you at least fed a little bit, you'd be able to control dragon a lot more, which they've already gotten 2. Give an extra goal to the team. So we do have a BF Sword picked up for Caitlyn, a pickaxe on top of that, most likely going for that Infinity's Edge. The Phantom Nets are done for Kog'Maw, and he's moving very quickly, have a lot of damage, surprisingly. And we see the 2 GP10 on Horo done, building in towards that Aegis. Wouldn't be too surprised to see that Shurela's coming out soon from him. On the other side of Mumu, sitting on 2/3 of that Aegis. And that's going to be very crucial because they need to protect Reckless or protect Xpeke mostly, as Miley's just been jumping on him every time. And Aegis is going to be one thing that's going to help them out.
Oh, here's SOAS again, going in on towards Reaper. Does have that blue buff, though. So could certainly have taken him down, Reaper knowing it as well. Decides to just jump straight away from that one. Kog'Maw with that Phantom Dancer now finished. He is ripping through these minion waves. 150 to 147 CS there. Middle lane, Zyra does have a 26-27 CS lead over Diana. And in the top lane, a 5 CS lead for SOAS on Lee Sin, as we are going to see him coming in here towards Horo. The grab not actually landing mightily. He's actually coming around the side now as well. Can they react before that tower goes down? Minion wave is gone, which will buy SK Telecom a little bit more time. Caitlyn's coming off from the side, and when she's there, that extra range could be pretty deadly for the tower.
Yeah, they have a nice bit of poke. However, the enemy team does have Sona, so any poke you do could be healed up. Yeah. And not to mention, trying to dive them on a turret with that crescendo is going to be really hard to pull off. The Reckless, I mean, FNTIC, they seem to love to let him split push, and by split push I mean just farm up a side lane, not really force a fight wherever the rest of the team is, and just wait for him to catch up or actually surpass the AD carry in items, which he should be getting decently close to that Infinity's Edge. And when that item's completed, I wouldn't be too surprised to see them go for a team fight. But Reaper returns towards that top lane, getting a little bit from as he comes back down towards the middle. And we do see a bot turret fall down, and we might even see this mid turret go down as it has a 900 health. No, Reaper gonna get spotted by that ward, and FNTIC backing off instead.
Yeah, wise choice. Backing off on that, they know that they can't fight without Reckless. We've just done that outer turret in the bottom lane, as you said. That puts FNTIC back in the tower lead. It's 4,200 gold, the lead that they have right now. Dragon comes up at 20 minutes, 31 seconds. There's still plenty of time for that. Now, SK Telecom, they need to get a timer down on this Dragon. I mean, they've not really warded it whatsoever, which kind of surprises me. And a lot of words, it's not really so high on their priorities somehow.
You know, a lot of words in general coming out of them just yet. I mean, we saw FNTIC, as we were mentioning earlier, they saw 4 different players with wards, and one of them had 2, one of them had 3, kind of really trying to control the map and really kind of make up their mistakes they made in game number 1. But still, SK Telecom, they don't really need to be worried. They have 2 kills on Diana, 2 on Sona, which obviously can help with the GP10. Might even see another or an Oracle coming out soon from him, just with that extra gold income. But they have been able to defend this turret, Joe. Without Reckless, they're obviously not going to be able to commit to it, but still, I mean, look what they're doing. They're just grouping up mid, just trying to hold that down, and letting Reckless farm his top lane now, as he's just going to surpass Kog'Maw by far in CS, as he does have Infinity's Edge now. And when he gets that Zeal, he's going to just really, well, pretty much out-damages Kog'Maw at that point.
Now, FNTIC, again, going to set themselves up towards this middle turret. See if they can finally take it down this time. No, there's a crescendo. Oh, he's missed this one. Done nothing but praise him about his crescendos. There's a pull out onto Reaper. He is going to get nuked down. Cyanide did take a lot of damage in the process, but I think they're going to be able to force him off this one. Yep, there we go. Nice play from FNTIC. And it's all about that crescendo. They said go. The crescendo missed everyone, and FNTIC taking their chances while they were given to them.
SK Telecom said go, and FNTIC said no. Doesn't want to get hit by. That was cheesier than what you said earlier, Joe. But still, anyways, we did see...
That whole thing rhymed.
Yeah, I know. And so did that. Anyways, though, we saw Reaper actually got knocked up with Zyra ultimate, then pulled away from Reddit, and a bandage toss came at the same time, though, kind of switched positions. In the end, they actually kept Amumu's ultimate up from that, so they still have that presence in this game if they want to back out, you know, buy a couple of items. You see a decent amount of gold. Zyra sitting on 1,400, Lee Sin 2,000, even Blitzcrank at 1,000 at the moment. So they have still a lot of presence at the moment. Zyra's ultimate will be up pretty shortly, actually. 17 seconds with that blue buff helping that out. And we do see the Oracle picked up for Cyanide. So let's see, they are going to go for control on some... Oh, that pull almost hitting...
Yeah, Caitlyn and Zyra were there. That would have been disastrous. And SK Telecom now finally making a play on towards Dragon as Reaper forced to jump into the Dragon pit there to the safety of his teammates. All we're going to see coming down a steal. Nope, not quite. Soaz here is going to get exhausted. They're going to try and get rid of him before everything else. There is Cyanide. Good ultimate coming down. They're all in Dragon pit. They can't get away from it. What you're going to do, a kick away from Soaz. That was brilliant play. Starlass is going to die as well. Olaf walks away with hardly any help. And now it's 4 kills coming down for FNTIC. It leaves Soaz at 5-0-4. Zyra got 2 kills. Caitlyn got 1. Blitzcrank, obviously, wouldn't be a N-rated on Blitzcrank if he's not stealing some kills away.
No, they're not going for
Baron.
They're not doing it, Joe.
Pretty sure they are, Jason.
They do have Zyra for the plants, but look how low Cyanide is at the moment. Well, it's obviously going to be very hard for them to take 21.5 minutes in. They have to trade a lot of damage around, as you're currently seeing. A lot of them moving in and out. But with Horo back in base, they should be able to get it.
This is really risky, in my opinion, though. They are going to be able to take it down. Not going to lose anyone in the process.
It's a big play, though. I mean, it's really risky, but on the other side, it gives you a huge advantage.
Yeah, a massive advantage. You can't underestimate that either. I mean, if we look now down at the goal, 2.5k on Zyra, 1900 on Caitlyn, 1900 on Blitzcrank. Soaz on Lee Sin, got the Phage, got the Brutalizer, got a BF sword in there now as well. There's a Zeal being picked up for Caitlyn. Aegis, second Aegis, in fact, on the FNTIC team there with Blitzcrank. So overall, that Baron giving them that extra spike in power after they can go take those items, not to mention the buff itself, which is going to make them a lot more powerful as they try and make some sort of advantage of it.
Yeah, now, last fight we saw at Dragon, I mean, they knew they had Amumu's ultimate up. Amumu knew he had his ultimate up, and with that, they were able to commit onto the fight. I guess SK Telecom thought they used it earlier on, or just really had to make a risky move onto that Dragon, but they are barreling down on this middle lane. And with a 5-0-4 Lee Sin, with the Baron buff on top of that, it's pretty scary to go up against. Not to mention Reckless has a Famous Edge and the Zeal done. Zyra going for a little bit more of a tanky build with that Rod of Aegis just to survive, and all they're really trying to do is protect Reckless at this moment. That's all they really have to do, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, that's all they have to do. He's doing enough damage with that Infinity Edge. Zeal. The second dagger already picked up. And next wave of minions coming in. Let's see if FNTIC can actually take out the turret. Just been destroyed there. There's no way that they can try and hold on to that.
Here's a crucial point. If Enready can get a pull over this wall, they will secure that inhibitor turret. They do have Cyanide's ultimate up, as well as Soaz and X-Pek is. And what besides...
Oh, there it is.
Reaper's
going to get pulled out, gets caught in midair. Actually manages somehow to get away from that one. Starlass won't be so lucky, though. And the funny thing is, they still have a Mumu's ultimate as well.
Yeah.
If they decide to go even further into that one, they've got a big wave of minions pushing the bomb, but they are going to go in. Here comes the Amumu ultimate. Actually, Olaf pops his ulti to stop himself going down, but Mightily now going to be the next target. He will dash away, but it's only a matter of time until he dies from that. And here is the Nexus, wow, the inhibitor turret going down, and there is a surrender vote coming out from SK Telecom. So FNTIC picking up game number 2 here, 12-4. Sigh of relief. They did it earlier on, 1 game behind, came back to win 2-1. We're now tied in this grand final at 1-1, and well, they have a chance to win it all right here in this final map.
Yes, they do. I mean,